Hey YouTubers, watchers, listeners, and Raspberry Pi hackers. This is Chris here. I'm out here in my garage fiddling a little bit here, and many of you know that watch my channel. I built a kind of a Raspberry Pi based I don't know, chart recorder, nav computer, whatever you want to call it. And it has topo maps of my lakes that I like to fish. One of the other things here, with these hurricanes coming around through the United States here, it got me thinking about the BMP180 pressure sensor that I hooked up to give me my barometric pressure. And I did a little bit of studying here, and I didn't really understand all of what goes on behind that barometric pressure. And I've come to realize that the BMP180, when you read its pressure reading, that's what's known as the station pressure. And all of the weather reports and such on television, they all correct their station pressures to what's known as mean sea level pressure. So I found the equation for that, and now my pressure readings are pretty damn close to what the news reports in my area for my elevation, and like what Siri reports for my elevation. Hey Siri, what is the barometric pressure where I am?
The barometric pressure is currently 30.4 inches of mercury.
Okay, you see, that says 30.4, but I'm at basically 30.3. But I'm in the garage here, and the GPS module is reporting the altitude a little bit off. The altitude should be about 188 meters where I live, where I'm currently at. Now that's coming from GPS. It's coming from the GPS module. Now you can also retrieve that altitude from the BMP180 module, but I find that it just isn't that accurate. Now if I got a new iPhone 6, and then I got a barometer app on here, and it's reporting pressure at sea level is 30.337, which is pretty close. The elevation is much closer on the phone, and but the other day I did a test. If I take the whole thing outside, out of the garage, and put it in direct line of the satellites, the elevation comes in a little bit closer, and then then the pressure changes. It's interesting to me that Hurricane Irma right now has a low pressure of about 914 millibars, which is 26.9 inches of mercury. I mean, that is damn low. That's amazing. Right now we're in a pretty high pressure situation. I went fishing today, and believe me, everything, high blue skies. The fish weren't biting at all today. They gave them, this high pressure's giving them lockjaw. But anyway, so I got that, and I added two rolling boxcar averages, one with the altimeter reading from the GPS. I roll that through a min-max boxcar average, and then I run the raw station pressure through a average or two, and it seems to have stabilized things a little bit. So there you have it. I mean, you can't rely. It's like apples and oranges. If you can't just take the pressure reading. I think the pressure reading from the libraries that I found, from the BMP180, returns pressure in pascals, and then I convert it to millibars, the formula, etc. As it chugs through everything, it washes. You know, it comes out to the right number. I'm pretty happy now. I learned something here about weather, and how you can. Hey, you have to correct the BMP180 station pressure to mean sea level pressure with altitude, and I'm finding that use the altitude in the correction algorithm from the GPS as opposed to the altitude that the BMP 180 provides. It provides for a more accurate altitude. Until next time.